Hey everybody, this is Julian Cluck from GamerFill.com with a video review of Splinter Cell Conviction.
I've seen this kind of work before. It belongs to the same savages that trained me, then destroyed my family. The precision, the carnage, the vile injustice. They say when plotting your revenge, you should dig two graves. One for your enemy, and one for yourself. I can tell you right now, two just ain't gonna be enough. Who killed my daughter? I will stop at nothing to learn the truth.
The storyline is centered around Sam Fisher, a man who is bent on revenge for the death of his daughter Sarah. It's filled with twists and turns, and one of the largest twists taking place within the first 20 to 30 minutes of the game. If you're new to the Splinter Cell series, you might have a hard time understanding some of the backstory, as I like to call it. However, you'll still be able to enjoy the storyline regardless. Just be sure to pay attention at all times, because this is one of those games where the entire premise of what is currently happening can slip by pretty fast if you're not listening. At a couple points throughout the game, you'll feel like you're actually playing Modern Warfare 2 all over again, but that doesn't make the storyline any less original or interesting.
Splinter Cell Conviction.
While the storyline is pretty decent on its own, the gameplay is single-handedly what makes the game. The combat system never gets old, and because of that fact, you'll probably find yourself never wanting to put the controller down. It plays very similarly to a combination of Batman Arkham Asylum and the Metal Gear Solid series, going back and forth between smooth, fluid hand-to-hand combat and then slipping away into the shadows to form a perfect markup and execution.
Stop hiding! What's one big fat EMP will get you? Search the area, find the hostile and eliminate him! What the? I don't have a visual on the target. Anyone advise?
If you're a fan of strategically taking out your enemies silently, or you just want to crawl around upside down on poles and ninja somebody, this is definitely the game for you. In addition to lurking in the shadows and performing stealth kills, you'll also be able to choose and upgrade your weapon's loadout on a regular basis, have access to a plethora of gadgets at your disposal for the game's many sticky situations, and more. The graphics are definitely up to par with the latest and greatest, however there aren't very many full graphical cutscenes like most of the other games these days. Luckily, this does not take away from the overall experience of the game and is made up for by the strong attention to detail and graphically pleasing environment, both of which are present throughout the entire game. Unfortunately, the game itself is very short and will only last you around 8 to 10 hours of campaign gameplay. However, this is remedied by the fact that there are 3 difficulty settings, as well as the concept that every playthrough will be different due to the nature of the advanced AI combined with all of the alternative routes you can find and take during most firefights. Additionally, there's the deniable ops mode, which can be best described as extra missions. These missions are sometimes just as challenging as the campaigns, decent in length, and you even get the chance to play dress-up with your characters before going into battle. Last but not least, there are the multiplayer and co-op modes that allow you to extend your time with the game even further. You can play Co-op Storyline, which is a unique storyline separate from the single-player campaign, Hunter, which is basically AI elimination, Last Stand, which is a defensive holdout, and Face Off, which is you versus a human opponent as well as AI to make things extra difficult. All of these elements combined make Splinter Cell Conviction packed with more than enough content inside to keep you content for quite a great deal of time. The best tip I can give you to make sure you get the most out of your Splinter Cell experience is to make sure that you exhaust every option possible. Take your time and methodically think about your actions before you execute them, as the game is far more rewarding when you pull off a clean kill thanks to your careful planning than it is just spraying and praying because you got spotted. All in all, Splinter Cell Conviction is a very solid game which ranks at 8 out of 10. In other words, it's definitely worth playing if you're in the mood for a unique stealth experience, or if you just want to get away from all of the noob tubing and go back to a game that actually requires skill and split-second strategy in order to come out on top. Thanks for watching, guys, and be sure to check out GamerFill.com for all of your gaming news and reviews.